Hi guys, I'm back and I've got to start emptying out the kitchen, ready for the new kitchen, and I've got a list of jobs to get done, and I forgot to add getting the dinner ready because I'm not going to want to start cooking at 7:30 if I've been doing all them jobs today. So this is the kitchen. I've got to clean it up first before I can do anything. They're the dishes from the night before. And then the living room's a mess as well. You'll see that in a minute. So a lot to do before I can actually get going and start doing stuff. I've been thinking about getting rid of that rug. It's just annoying me, but I think the floor will get dirtier without it. And that towel's on the table just because someone knocked a drink over the night before. So first of all, I've got to take my daughter to nursery, so I took her to nursery and I popped around the town. I've got a few bits of shopping, and then I had to go into the pet shop. They didn't have what I needed, which was annoying, so I had to get my mum to get some stuff because she was watching the kids that evening. So them drinks were 59p each, and I got these reed diffusers. I don't know why I got this one. I think it smells nice, but I really wanted to try these two next to it. So there's a unicorn one and a pixie one. It was slightly annoying, they didn't have on it what they smelled like, but I have done that pixie one and it does smell like vanilla or cupcakey. So while I was out, I got some electric. I went to the pet shop and they didn't have what I needed. They never have what I need when I go in there. I don't think they're proper pet shop and keep stocked up on what they need. So I got a box out to put stuff in. I did the washing up. I left it to dry though because I thought that's going to take too long. I had about 2.5 hours to get this all sorted before my daughter got back. So then I decided just to get on with it, and I started emptying out my first cupboard. This is one of the bigger cupboards. It's got a lot of baking and cooking stuff in there that needs to come out. My mum's lent me a couple of big plastic tubs to put stuff in. I didn't realise how much stuff I had. There's a lot that just come out of this particular cupboard. So on Friday, the day I filmed this, I just emptied all the lower cupboards and some of the worktop. So on the Saturday, the day after, I'm going to have to empty all the upper cupboards, take all the stuff off the worktop. And then on the Sunday, I stupidly promised that I'd take out the fridge, the chest freezer and my dryer. So I'm going to have to do that before I go because I'm not going to have room to put them in the living room before. And then it'll be ready for them to rip out. They just have to do the oven and washing machine because I'm not going to be unplugging all of them and messing about with them. I'm not good with electrics, but I don't know what's going on behind the washing machine, so I'll let them do that. So in a minute I'm going to put the tub on top of the cooker because I've just run out of space to put bits in there now. So I think I'll put the rest of it in a bag. And this is how far I got when I run out of space. There's just a few bits left to get out of there now. And I'll just put a few bits on the side there and the rest in a bag. And I wanted to save the other box for my plates, cups, stuff like that. And there's empty cupboard. I've just given it a quick little wipe. I've not given it a good old clean because it's just going to get ripped out anyway. And then it was on to the next cupboard, all the art stuff and some cables. So I just got all the stuff off that was on top of the box, and then I just pulled the box out. And then when I was done, I have this enormous Primark bag, and I just put everything from this cupboard in that Primark bag. I wish I had more boxes, but I didn't. But I've got lots of reusable shopping bags, strong bags I can just put stuff in. We have a lot of art stuff. I haven't sorted through it, I just took everything out and bagged it up. I didn't have time to sit there for longer taking stuff out and binning stuff and whatever, sorting through it. So when I put stuff back in the cupboards, I am going to sort through it properly. I'm probably not going to get rid of much of anything else because I've recently been through it, but I'm going to try and get rid of some bits, but especially the art and craft stuff. I want to sort through it, downsize. I really want to put my slow cooker in this cupboard so it's easy and accessible. I don't want it on the worktop all the time, especially in the summer. I just don't need the extra heat in the kitchen. But I don't want to put it in the other cupboard because there's just no room. And I know I won't use it when I want to if it's in that cupboard. So now I'm going to start getting everything out of the bottom shelf. It's just my laminator, paper cutter and loads of cables. That's another thing I need to go through. I probably don't need all them cables, so I'll give them a good sort through as well. Just junk really on that bottom shelf. And again, I just gave it a quick little wipe. Didn't go out of my way to clean it too much. It's just no point. So here's that big Primark bag and it's just jam-packed full of all that stuff. And then onto the next cupboard. This is just like a junk or gardening cupboard. I had some extra space. I didn't know what to put in there and this stuff won't go in the cupboard. And I needed it a bit more easier to hand than just putting it in one of my large cupboards in the hallway. So I took everything out and that's all my paint from the bathroom that I used. And there's also a few camping bits in there just because I was worried about them in the cupboards, because in one of my cupboards I get a bit of damp and I just don't want my camping stuff getting wrecked. And then I had to move on to the living room and tidy this table so I had somewhere to put all the stuff on. So I couldn't just obviously leave it bagged up in the kitchen. I told them also I was going to move the table so they had easy access to move through with all their materials and things. So I moved the table by the window. And then when it was clear, I just put all the boxes and bags on top out of the way, and I put some stuff under the table as well. So I used to have my table here, and I actually prefer it here. I think I'm going to keep it here. I'm going to have to move one of them cube storage things with all the toys on, and I'm going to put that where the table is. It just feels better over here. It feels like there's more space in the living room area. And then it actually feels like it's a designated dining room space if it's that side of the room. Oh, this is all the junk that found its way under the table. I just think it looks better there. Obviously it needs to move out a little more, but that'll be when it's all sorted and I've got all the kitchen stuff back in. I found some more dishes that were on the table and in the living room. So this is everything I've sorted so far. I've just put it on the table. I've swept up that area, moved all the stuff. I need to sort out all that stuff on the computer chair, the gaming chair. But at least the living room's tidy. One room that's tidy. So I put all the pans and stuff away. I washed up all the other bits. I did actually clean out them 2 cupboards under the sink as well. I just didn't film that. So all my lower cupboards are now empty. Sorry, that's just my partner's work uniform. I've put it there. I don't know why, I can't wash it. I've been trying so hard to get that washing going and it just won't go. My mum's had to take some of my washing for me. So this is me, I'm done with the kitchen for the day. I've run out of time, I've got to go and pick up my daughter as well. So I'm calling it a day. I'm going to do the rest of Saturday, the day after. I don't think I've done too bad, 2.5 hours getting some jobs done, getting all that stuff out. I wish I could have done more. I was just going to have to wait. But thank you for watching, and as soon as I've come back and seen the new kitchen, I'll film it and you'll get the before and afters.